Ladies and gentlemen, episode 4. What are we naming it? Don't matter, we live! We live!
We starting off like that?
No, we have to start off like that. I mean, we already know what troubles we had to take just to start recording right now. So some tea. Hit it on the comments. We'll do that later.
Some real tea.
Yeah.
That sounds like something somebody did earlier this week. They just went with it.
Like what?
Well, what happened on Raw this Monday?
Vinnie Mac, Daddy Vince.
Genius Vince.
That is true.
Genius Vince.
You know, once in a while, you know, the old man throw some good stuff in there.
He got his curveball once in a while.
You mean like this wild card?
He tried to bring out the cutter.
I don't know what.
Nah, that shit was dumb.
Oh, enlighten us. How so?
Tell us how you really feel, Terrence.
Explain to some of these people who probably still haven't watched Raw yet.
I don't blame them. Raw was horrible, so they actually the good people. They didn't have to stomach Raw, but this wild card, it was not needed.
Not needed? Was it necessary?
It's not necessary.
Okay.
Because that's the whole problem with WWE right now. Like, you can't build up Raw if you need people from SmackDown. You can't build up SmackDown if you need people from Raw. Like, it makes no sense. But and then the thing that also didn't make sense, they state rules, and then like fucking 55 minutes in the show, nah, we're gonna change it up.
Oh, we gonna add a fourth person in there in either Raw or SmackDown.
But just overall bad. I don't know. This really might rank up there, and not like one of the worst, but like just a real bad idea from Vince and Co.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why.
Why you think so?
Oh, the ratings been plummeting. Like they need that star power, and at the same time, there's a lot of shit going on, especially when it comes to sponsors. They're looking at it and they're like, "Yo, what's up with these ratings? What's up with the ratings?" You know. But they're also getting pressure from USA. They're also getting pressure from Fox. Another reason also why there was some SmackDown guys there. Because I know they had a show that same night and they did horrible in terms of attendance, so they ended up canceling the show. So that's also one of the reasons why they decided to kind of put that in there, and it kind of just worked hand in hand. Because I don't know, Raw sometimes is unbearable to watch. It got to a point where I kind of stopped recording it on my DVR and
not
just
even wasting the space.
Yeah, it's literally no, like it really is, because I end up literally fast forwarding through a whole part of it.
And the commercials too. I think that's the best part of watching Raw on your DVR. It's like going straight through the commercials.
I went to the point where I'm just like, I'd rather watch this on Hulu. I'd rather give me the condensed 90 fucking minute version and call it a day.
What do you think, Malcolm?
I feel like they could have kept it a buck. Said, you know, things ain't looking too good. The brand split. They didn't have to do the shakeup in the first place. We all know they was getting a new deals with USA and Fox. Superstars could have been on both shows.
So
remember, like the first episode, I always advocate. I really think the shakeup should be the night after SummerSlam.
Yeah, they rushed into this. They didn't need to do any of that. Especially you're doing it now, and we're not gonna get the Fox show into September, October. So it's like you shifted everything around. They try to spice things up, but they didn't need to do that. Maybe they just spice up Raw. SmackDown was fun.
The whole thing got fucked literally once. Like, you had people that was like, "Nah, you know what? You're gonna go back to that show. You're gonna come back to this show. You married? Damn. All right, cool. You know, we gotta put you over here. Oh, Andrade, you know what? You ain't married, but I got you though. We gonna take you back, and Selena and Aleister Black back to SmackDown. That's how it's gonna happen.
Oh, he's married for the moment.
Ooh, for the moment.
Who knows? Maybe he gets a push. Maybe he wins Money in the Bank.
As long as Charlotte says so.
That is true.
I keep saying, I really hope they bring that tandem to the TV. Might as well run with it, and it kind of gives Charlotte like something new. It gives Andrade something new. You can have like Charlotte replace.
But then it will overshadow Andrade's. Like,
I think that'll bring him up.
Nah, but he's good enough to do this on his own with Zelina. Like, he doesn't need to do that.
Look, the only way it works. Look, it's still too soon. I want to see how this goes. Let's say come Survivor. So to see, I want to see this, how it goes if they're even still together.
Yeah, past the summer,
past the summer, because so you want to come in, you kind of need that summer fling, that boo, So I want to see what happens after that.
Okay.
And then you know what? If you want to go ahead and you tease it, Charlotte go ahead and does a little taunt, and somehow she throws out the tranquilo pose, and I'm like, yo, now you can probably make some noise out of it.
I believe if she does that in one of her matches that's not related to Andre. Maybe that's like the first little seed. Like if she does that
just
one day.
very randomly, and just
somebody get this man on the booking team.
Oh, trust me, I'm like I said, I'm pretty sure there is legit someone who listens to any of my text messages that I have with like my other boys. I honestly feel like someone just like, yo, this guy has fucking amazing
Got
ideas.
the WWE spy on you.
It's not even WWE. Like I throw some other stuff from like for other promotions, and I feel like someone in NSA is like legit hacking it. And I was like, yo, you know what? I'm a wrestling fan. I got these connects in here. Let me just put this in there. Throw some spam.
When do you guys think the next time we're gonna see the wild card?
It's gonna come
Monday.
again. I think it lasts. I think it lasts as long as the NBA playoffs is going on.
That shit is trash. Get the fuck out of here with that.
The playoffs or the wild card?
No, like
both.
Nah, the playoffs been lit.
No,
bro.
the playoffs been.
Nah.
This has been like the best round, other than Ben Simmons,
And
and the non-jump
especially
shot.
the ratings they getting. Like
Even Barkley can't even stand and stomach a fucking game.
Because the Celtics was a train wreck.
Not like for instance, Raw's going against the Warriors, Rockets. Then
That's the must-see round right there.
They putting up sevens. Like Raw can't compete with that.
That series got drama. That series got more drama and storytelling than Monday Night and SmackDown combined.
That's a fact.
You mean Raw can't compete with their 1.9 rating?
No.
It's not even 1.9. They getting like 7.
No, I'm talking about Raw. Like their shit's been dropping like after every hour.
Yeah.
Apparently, one of the things that they are trying to do, they're trying to cut back on those like WWE exclusives footage that they always show like during the show. Like during the show, like once they're already live, they're already putting stuff on the network and on the website. They're like apparently they want to cut that shit out and just kind of like have more people focus on the show, or just throw it in afterwards.
You know, it's been funny. Like the exclusive stuff they've been putting on the website has been better than the stuff that they've been putting on promo.
Yeah,
because they don't have to do a script about it. Like
they do like Bobby Roode's like heel promo on
Robert Roode.
Oh, yeah, him. Robert Roode. Then they put like Robert Roode's heel promo on the exclusive. Like it wasn't even on the show.
Which, by the way,
fantastic
stash.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gotten enough credit.
Respect the stash.
Respect the stash. You got the Don Fried. He got the ravishing Rick Rude stash.
Damn, what's this actor's name? You know the dude with the stash. My man.
Are you talking about Burt Reynolds?
Yeah, no, not Burt.
Mr. Baseball?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Magnum P.I.?
Yeah, that's what I was going with. He got that stash.
Tom Selleck?
Yeah, Tom Selleck. Yeah.
Respect the name. Respect the name.
That's a crazy ass stash. But yeah, wild card dumb. Hope it goes away. Please.
Oh, so I don't know if you guys caught it. I had a very amazing. I found this moment pretty amazing actually on Raw, because I think people have kind of been losing track a little bit on the Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio feud. Mm-hmm. I think it's been fantastic so far.
I know which scene you talk about.
So. What scene?
When he was talking with Dominic.
Oh yes. So for some of you on this table who haven't seen, maybe I don't know if you saw it, and the listeners out there.
I mean, we don't blame you.
I mean, what's the one thing we always say on the show?
Long-term booking.
Long-term booking. So there's that one scene where Ray's telling Dominic, is like, yo, you know what? We're out of water. You mind go getting some? Ray goes in the locker room. I'm sorry, his own personal locker room.
I like those locker rooms.
Yeah, the private ones where it just has your name on it.
Those is dope.
Like you don't share the same locker room with like 35 other people, but I'm sorry to break the fourth wall, guys. So Dominic is walking, and somehow Samoa Joe is being moving swiftly but being a creep at the same time. He hits up Dominic, and he's just like talking. I need you to pass along the message to your father, and he was just like, and he's like you and your Uncle Eddie.
Yo, I was dying.
with the air quotations. I was like, what?
Damn.
Yeah.
That was like,
That's long term booking.
That was long term booking. I don't know. I really want to know who was the person that suggested that this should be put on that maybe nobody would catch.
Vince.
Probably.
I don't know if it was creative. I don't know if maybe Joe
Pritchard.
was like, I'm going off the, you know,
I can see maybe Pritchard
going improv on this.
Yeah, but I feel like Joe goes improv on a lot of things.
That was, for me, that was the highlight. I was just like, no one would get that if you were, you know, like if you were long term like wrestling fan and remember that whole thing with Eddie, you know, was actually
Paternity.
Dominic's dad.
I'm
And
your papi.
He was just like, and he literally did the air quotations like your Uncle Eddie. That was, for me, that was my mark out moment and probably the highlight of fucking
That
Raw.
almost saved Raw.
That really did save Raw.
I wonder if they may do like Raven Sandman, taking out a like luring the son away from the father kind of storyline.
Nah.
Or you think he's gonna stick with Ray?
Yeah.
I think that would kind of be dope. I don't think WWE's ever done something like
I still believe that Dominic is somehow going to get involved
Mm-hmm.
in a match. I know he's been training, and he's been getting a lot of more camera time lately.
Getting them WWE checks,
You gotta
royalties.
Yeah, you know. So who knows? I'm expecting it. I thought something may have happened probably at Mania, but the whole squash job, you know.
Yeah.
But it was, you know, purposely so.
That had to.
He
Ray,
had
you know,
injury,
Ray was
yeah.
injured. He was only able to work, you know, very
Time.
limited. You know, for a 5-minute match the way it did. You know, I know he had a soft air cast for like
Not a bad
good
way
week.
to get a Mania paycheck.
No,
5 minutes
not,
ring,
not at all.
take the loss.
You know, some people don't. Some people got to work that pre-show and not even get shown on the network on the DVD. You know, certain people like, you know,
Mr.
my man Pac and Double A.
Best thing
Austin
since sliced
Aries.
bread. I feel like that's the best nickname. I love that nickname.
Which one?
The best thing since sliced bread.
That's best thing since sliced bread.
That shit is so funny.
You hear the new nickname that Buddy got, the best kept secret.
I like that too.
He hasn't been showing up on SmackDown either yet, so
He really is
that's
a
even
secret.
more funny.
I was like when Neville was there. He was like the man that creator forgot.
Sadly but true.
12-5 live. Damn.
But you know what?
No, you mean 5 Live. I remember.
He got a cape out of all of that.
He said, "Yo, it's 5 Live."
Like 5 people. Be like,
That shit was terrible.
I was gonna be on our greatest hits at the end of the year.
Same thing with EC3. Is just like,
Hmm.
what the fuck is going on? Like,
And especially with EC3, because he can talk. And you think in WWE the mic goes farther than the ring work, but they not even.
yo, EC3 is a fucking stud though. You know, I ain't mad. Like, I'm jealous. I wish I can get those fucking abs.
That's the thing. Like it's so like a person that's right up WWE's kind of alley.
Yeah, you would have thought Vince would be drawn to that.
Well, apparently he was really keen on bringing EC3 up, and that's why they've, you know, he was working very limited in, you know, in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he had very minimal matches that was literally shown. They bring him up, and I'm like, okay, you know, maybe they'll do something. Negative.
No.
Negative.
I mean, maybe he got something long term for him.
Nah, ain't no long term. It's just a catering. I'm sorry, EC3. You gonna go back to Impact?
Nah,
Please, hopefully.
Who says who? Actually,
Me.
to be honest, I've been checking some of this stuff out.
Unless they bring Dixie with him,
Nah.
I would like it.
I mean, they could.
Some fresh.
Somehow, you know, and still in the kayfabe world, that's still
She'd be like, "You're not treating my nephew fair."
exactly.
See,
You know, Dixie has been, you know, her name's been thrown around the WWE
You
universe.
think they'll put her like in a Bischoff role?
nah, just like him, just her being EC3's like manager, like protector.
She would honestly, like, if she was to come in, obviously she's gonna come in like with major heat. Everyone's gonna look at her like, "Yo, who the fuck is this chick?
Dixie.
Who and why the fuck Dixie Carter's here?"
Dixie.
She gets all the TNA boys back together. They all on Raw too. You know, AJ, Samoa Joe.
It's been coming the house that Dixie Carter built.
Yeah, it really has.
Double
built
J's
Raw.
on the writing team, right? He's on the Raw SmackDown writing team.
That'd be a good look. Hopefully.
It would be interesting.
What you guys want to get into first out of the trio of events? NXT, Money in the Bank, Double or Nothing,
Let's get into the first one.
Double or Nothing. What do you feel about Double or Nothing? I like the name. I think the name goes perfect. The name I just gotta find out what the hell they're gonna do for the third show.
Oh wait, we didn't even get it. We didn't record since this last happened.
Mm-hmm.
The Cody Rhodes promo.
I like it. Send a shot. Send someone right back.
Shots fire.
Hard. It was hard.
It was shots fired.
Because speaking about, you said with ratings, this is really going to be very telling when AEW like has their first show, and then we see the ratings for that. Because I don't know if like Vince McMahon or like whoever is like, yo, people just not watching wrestling, but if like another wrestling.
Nah, but also on the flip side, the Raw ratings and SmackDown ratings that also affects AEW because people they had to do Tuesdays the upfronts like I told y'all last so they gotta prevent to investors. Like, you know,
we got a product.
Yeah, so then if they see this, like, yo, your boys all across the street not doing too good, they, wrestling might not be too good. So, like, how much money we gonna throw in this? So they need actually WWE to have good ratings.
Yeah, this fall really might make or break wrestling. No, I'm just saying dramatically. But it's funny.
Honestly, I get it. I honestly do. I get it. But it's much needed healthy competition.
Yeah,
because they're all feeling it. They are all feeling the pressure that, like, all right, you know, they're really not going to be this T-shirt company that a lot of people have been, you know, throwing out there. Like, they're getting some noise. Like, a lot of people are pretty much also saying, like, oh, you know what, AEW they're gonna take over. They're gonna run over WWE. It's like, no matter what, WWE is they're always gonna be the giants.
They're the standard.
The ratings could be trash, but I'm gonna let you know this right now. They're still gonna be making millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Some dumbass was like, oh, they're gonna cancel. They're gonna cancel the Fox deal. They signed a 5-year deal. That's not getting canceled. That's $1 billion deal.
Like they gave their money.
Like, what are you talking about? Cancel? They're not gonna cancel. It's on Fridays. It's not on Thursdays or Mondays. They put that on Friday. What does Fox air on Fridays besides that?
Some shitty show.
Like, come on.
That's gonna end up getting canceled like the following season.
Yeah, Fox really don't have no good shows.
Nah, I forgot the last time I watched that. You know what's show us for some off topic? I was surprised that even made it this far, and even one of the actors, the main character, was just like, I'm surprised we even made it this far.
Which one?
That the cop show. What was it?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, yeah, it's not even on. It's not even on Fox no more. It's on NBC.
Yo, still, the fact that show is still going on amazes the fuck out of me.
People love it.
Even Andy Samberg was, as a joke, was just like, honestly, I didn't even think we made it past the first season.
Making that bread.
Yeah. He's just like, you know what? This post SNL life has been pretty good.
Cashing them checks. But how y'all feel about Double or Nothing? What are you looking forward to?
On the card.
Or just like the event in general?
Oh, the event in general?
The event in general it's going to be a good show.
Yeah, I think it should be a good show. Of course, they're going to put a lot into it. It's the first show, and it's a lot of eyes on it.
It's the first AEW
show.
Official
tissue.
Yeah. Official tissue pay-per-view.
There's a lot of money in it. You know, of course, a lot of people are going to be watching this.
Khan's going to be watching it. He's going to be watching it like a hawk.
Yeah.
He's like, this is the wrestling product you told me to invest in.
But, like, yeah, like the whole, I think not only, like, Turner is going to be watching it, but, like, other people that's trying to put
shit on them.
No, but even
Vinnie
people
Vinnie Mac he already brought it.
No, but even people that's like probably trying to get into wrestling that we don't even know of yet, probably, oh, this is popping off. Somebody else might have an idea, something similar to Cody, might want to throw some money into this. So this could be a thing.
You know, hopefully they learn their lessons from All In. You know, instead of like, hey, you know what, we can't cut this show short as, you know, in terms of how long they can run it. They had to cut the main event short.
The Okada Marty match kind of went a little long, and the main event got cut short.
The main event was actually the Bucks
versus Rey Mysterio and like the other luchadors.
Like that was supposed to be the main event. It was supposed to be a 20-minute match, and I think they ended up cutting it to about 13. Damn. Like they went in, they was just like, yo, we gotta cut it.
We gotta go home.
They was like, legit, we gotta go. Like they had to literally. That's why like that match felt
like so fast paced.
It was so fast paced, but it was very rushed. They legit like when they off the air, you know, they were gonna do like a whole speech. I know they did ended up posting up afterwards on YouTube, so that's actually one of the good things about it. But they were just like they literally made it with like 10 seconds to spare.
Yeah, they could learn some stuff pacing wise,
Yeah.
like going forward with the TV show and stuff. How to
But I think it was also, it's the first one. Literally, it was self-run, self-promoted, self-run. So it's the first time, I'm pretty sure, like, they learned, a lot of the guys, especially someone like Cody, which a lot of people kind of really overlook what he really brings to the table, especially as an executive producer. You know, he knows what he's doing. I think when it really comes to running the business, I think him being around, you know, growing up with his dad, who, you know, ran shows, ran promotions, controlled booking and stuff like that. I think, you know, being behind the scenes, growing up as a kid, and then being around the business for such a long time, he definitely has like that good business mentality.
Yeah.
So I definitely do see this being a really fucking great show. It's gonna be a great card. It's gonna be stacked.
Do you have any favorite match you're looking for?
I'm very curious to see how the Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho match goes around the second time around. I'm also expecting the Bucks with Rey Fenix. And why am I drawing a blank?
Oh, Pentagon.
Yeah, Pentagon. There you go. Thank you. I'm just like, why am I? I'm seeing the face and like, why is it not literally coming into? But yeah, like that's another match. The over the budget battle royal is going to be great. That's another one.
I like the little rule change. They trying to try a little fresh take on the battle royal.
Yeah. But of course, you know, we have Dustin Runnels and Cody.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, of course, the Jericho Kenny match, but also for like future endeavors when they do the TV shows, because it's like some of the New Japan matches go on longer than usual than a regular match. So it's like, y'all also got to get in the funk of like learning how to pace and time the matches and stuff like that. And like, you want to give a good wrestling match, but you also got to, like, y'all about to do big things now. It's not going to be like self-made like Orton. So I'm curious about that.
I'm ready to see Pac's match. That's the match I'm really looking forward to, because it's like,
and Hangman.
Yeah, because you know it's always like they say like WWE restricts you. So this is like his first time on another show. Really,
I think this is his first show on USO since.
Like no handcuffs. Like you can do whatever you want. You can show out, be you. So I know he's definitely like itching for that match.
You know, and then we'll see also if Adam Page is full gear ready.
I like Hangman. Will Marty be able to make an appearance, or it's still contract?
He's still in the contract. I thought he was supposed to. I think his contract was supposed to be up sometime this month.
Extended it. They did
no,
it?
and I think it was something this month, but I honestly don't know. When it happens, it happens. I know he still has his whole Villain Enterprise, you know, team up with like PCO, but who knows?
No, definitely. NXT 25.
Oh no! Before we get into that, real quick, the deal is official. The TV deal with
official
AEW,
tissue.
With Turner.
Billionaire Ted. Not really him, but his name.
Tony Khan and some of the in-ring talent. I'm guessing Cody, Young Bucks, and Kenny are going to be at the event at New York on Wednesday. To announce everything.
Have they announced exactly where this event is going to take place?
Double or Nothing?
No.
It's going to be at the Garden.
It's at the Garden.
Oh!
Where they'll be pitching to media buyers.
Them niggas ain't slick.
10 o'clock. It's going to be a weekly show. Starts on 4 on TNT.
This is dynamite.
They're saying this show is going to be about 2 hours. 2 hours.
That's not bad. That's a good...
You heard that? Not
2
3 hours.
Yeah, that 3. That 2. That's Avengers Endgame every day. Every week.
Yo, it gets... But the thing is that creative right now, they're just so fucking stale. Like they... And, you know, a lot of people also shit on them because they're like, oh, creative is not doing anything. You got to remember, you have to legit sit down and write for 52 shows a year. There's going to come a dry spell.
It definitely is.
Okay.
That's the hard thing that AEW is gonna learn, because they're like, oh, well, they did All In, that was great. Well, you could do it again 51 more times.
Like you can't. Like you can't. It's almost impossible. That's why
there's no breaks.
There's no breaks. You know, you have to go full on. Like you know, you can fuck the same girl 30 times. I'm let you know that 30 times you ain't gonna be that great. You know, you ain't.
You a fool, bro.
But it's. I mean, am I lying?
No, you're not.
Am I lying? And I think there's
of course not. I'm not.
Some of the stuff has been blown out of proportion. Like
not
SmackDown.
Really.
Hold on, SmackDown's fine before the shakeup. 205 Live was fine. NXT, we already know about that. The problem again is Raw.
Yeah.
Everybody watches Raw. That's the big show. So
everybody gotta watch SmackDown.
So it's like, start watching SmackDown. I'm sorry. Start watching SmackDown. What you doing on your Tuesday nights? Watch SmackDown.
And I'll be watching AEW.
Oh.
Well, starring.
I know. Boom.
He's like, I'm just saying, you know, I'm just putting it out, throwing a little feelers out there, see how they work.
Want to get through the Money in the Bank lineup. It looks like everything's fine. They got like 10 matches like set up.
So in other words, we're gonna be set for a 6-hour show.
Does Becky 2 belts? Does she walk out with 1 belt, 2 belts, or no belts?
I think she works out with 1 belt.
1 belt. Becky 1 belt.
I think 1 belt.
Now, really,
what's the belt she's gonna lose?
Exactly.
I'm thinking Becky's still walking out with 2 belts. I'm gonna go swing with my baby.
I mean, it might be a possibility.
I like Becky 2 belts.
I know they might want her to concentrate on 1 show. I would like to see Becky 2 belts for a little longer. Who she ends up dropping it to, who knows? But I think they might probably. The way I look at it is like this: there's still a lot of things going on, especially in that women's division. It's still weak, so I feel like they still make it. They have to make it a little interesting. So you still have to have girls kind of step up on both sides. Even though Becky's officially SmackDown, I think they're also very star heavy there. So I think it's kind of giving that attraction.
Transplant to Raw.
Yeah, because I mean, I know the company right now, they're very high on Lacey Evans. I see a lot of potential even when she was down in NXT. She can play babyface. She can play the good heel.
Yeah, she can play a witch.
Yeah. You know, and then she has like that southern charm. You know, she has that military background. She's legit. Like, you know, I'm going on the Glow reference. You know, she's Lady Liberty. She's that. She's that chick.
I think there's some of that's who Becky's gonna be in the program with for the rest of the summer.
Yeah,
Lacey.
So it helps both of them out.
I think that Becky's probably gonna lose the SmackDown belt, but I don't think it's gonna be in a way that it's not gonna be a regular way, because we do have Money in the Bank, so somebody will cash in on her.
That is true.
She's been getting a little cocky.
Yeah, they gotta break the man down. They gotta Okada her.
Yeah. I don't know when, but she's gonna get cashed in on.
Damn, not Becky. Not Becky 2 belts.
But with this whole wild card thing and the ratings, I wouldn't be surprised if they was still doing the 2 belts to have on both shows to help out ratings.
But then there's also, but you know, you gotta also remember, it's also crazy. You know who we haven't seen?
Who?
We haven't seen the boss.
Steph? Oh, Sasha.
Wow. It's balls time. It's botch time.
It's
my fault. She hasn't been on TV in mad long. So he was like, and I haven't seen Stephanie in like in a minute. So he was like, the boss. I was like, oh, Stephanie.
The boss.
Not the boss.
It's boss time.
I heard right now, you know, they overseas. She didn't make the trip though.
She didn't make the European
tour. She
shouldn't
trip. Sasha got to put her foot down.
Yeah.
Cause they gonna keep fucking with her. That's the thing with WWE. They give you the win, man. They give you the championship, and then like 2 weeks later,
all right, shut the fuck up. All right, go. You got your star. You got your shine. You got your dick wet. Now keep it moving.
They revival him. Give him the revival.
How y'all feeling about this Seth AJ match?
I like the intrigue, but there's no juice.
Yeah,
there's no juice in it.
It's gonna be a good match, but I feel like it's too rushed.
You think this is just like the first of setting up to SummerSlam payoff?
But this is the thing, though.
That match shouldn't be the first match between them. Shouldn't be the gate us getting to the good part. It should be the good part, the first match.
Because lately, the way everything has been with these matches, it's like it just gets too rushed. There's nothing in between. There's no juice that continues after this. It just becomes like, all right, so we're gonna have Money in the Bank. Then you guys gonna keep feuding on like Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, whatever fucking show. Whoever wants to decide on what where they feel like landing that week because they need a fucking ratings boost. Oh, then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna continue every other fucking pay-per-view, and it's just like it's too much. They don't milk it properly. The one I was kind of surprised that they did a really good, decent job was Daniel Bryan and that Miz feud.
Oh yeah, they really did. They got them together a little bit, and then they kept them apart.
But it's kind of like, okay, we're gonna get this Money in the Bank, then they're probably gonna have another match at Saudi Arabia that means completely nothing. You know,
nothing at all.
No, nothing at all. Same thing. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about this whole Bill Goldberg thing coming back for Saudi Arabia.
Getting that check.
You know, because
the thing is like
he's getting that money.
These Saudi Arabia shows not really like canon.
No.
So he come in and get his little Saudi check and go back home to the wife and kids in the chopper.
But then what I'm also hearing that there's supposed to be a title match against Kofi.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah. The way I might be spitballing, I might be fucking crazy, but this is how I feel like some stupid shit is gonna go down. Okay,
I feel like that doesn't help them at all.
Heed my words. Okay, this is how I look. It's probably gonna end up happening because it's gonna fucking suck and bloat donkey dick. All right, somehow, because like I actually like how they've been making Kofi look. They're making him a credible champion. They'll probably do some dick shit where he ends up dropping the title to Bill Goldberg. Check this out.
And Seth with Brock.
In Saudi Arabia, so they can like don't really get the heat from like the U.S. crowd.
Exactly, because everybody's gonna be like, Bill Goldberg is here.
Like, Goldberg.
We don't see him, because we already know the fucking Saudi prince wanted to somehow
get the stars from yesteryear.
It's from yesteryear. He was just like, can we get Macho Man? He was like, no, he's dead. God rest his soul, Macho.
They said we not.
He legit that was actually a real story. It was a real story. He asked for all these like old school 80s wrestlers, and he's just like, yeah, so we can't get you Macho Man because he's dead, and we can't get Piper because he's passed, but we'll get you Hulk Hogan.
Deal.
And it was like, oh, that's better than nothing. And he was just like, can we also get Bobby Heenan? God damn you, Prince, we cannot do that.
Oh man. They're like, what about Flair? Like Flair was just on his deathbed like a year ago.
It was just like, who?
But now, like, that's a good point. So if they drop the title to Kofi, they can escape the heat from the U.S. crowd.
Hold up. I'm not done with this fantasy long term booking. That someone's probably dick got wet when they was just like, yeah, I think this is how we got to do it. All right, this match, because I mean, I think personally it's gonna be Seth going over AJ. Okay, then it's gonna follow by another rematch between Brock and Seth.
Yep.
Okay. See where I'm going with this? Brock comes back. He wins the Universal title. That belt goes on hiatus for another like few months. Then SummerSlam. Picture this. Or maybe even Survivor Series. Who knows?
Winner takes all?
Winner takes all. Maybe we might get Brock 2 belts.
Oh my God.
Titles versus title. Because apparently, the first 2 times were such a great, fantastic match.
Now we're going to put a title on both of them.
And we're going to put a title on both of them. Both heavyweight titles go on hiatus until these guys go up against each other. Maybe, who knows? Maybe it might just be SummerSlam. They might unify the titles.
See that happen.
They might unify the titles because they're just like, hey, you know what? We need both.
Well.
We need both shows to be strong. So maybe we can get some star power in here, and this is how we're going to do it.
That happens, I'm going hiatus of WWE.
Are you also going to cancel the network? Are you going to be one of those guys? Are you going to go tweet about it to your friend Mark?
I'm not going to do nothing. First of all, that doesn't make no sense long-term wise. That's a short thing. That's a little thing you put on.
Band-Aid.
Little Band-Aid.
No.
That does not help at all.
But who knows? I might just be talking shit. But you know what? Somebody's probably listening to this fucking podcast and it's going to be like, you know what? This is actually not a bad idea. This guy actually might be onto something. But how do we book it? Some shit is going to go down in Saudi Arabia, and I'm just putting it out there.
No, I definitely can see it.
We already know the ladies ain't gonna wrestle there.
They might as well put the strap on Undertaker. Like, come on, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, man.
And the Undertaker will take the NXT championship. Ooh. And then when it takes all.
Now we cooking with gas.
What young soul he's gonna bury that NXT?
Dream.
Damn, not Dream.
And he's a brother. Yeah, give me Dream.
Buried alive match. The first NXT buried alive match.
That would be something.
Dream over for real.
I think
Bury me softly, brother.
I think H-Man might leave the company after that. It's one thing y'all burying dudes up top. Y'all ain't gonna get my babies.
Who you guys got for Money in the Bank men's side?
Ooh.
What's your pick?
Realistically, Baron Corbin. No, I'm just.
Watch him win it too.
Yeah.
I mean, he did beat Seth cleanly.
Yeah.
He did beat him cleanly.
I say realistically, probably Drew.
Drew.
What I really would want
I would like that.
is probably Andrade or
El Ídolo.
or Ali.
Ali. I'm looking through this list. Someone's telling me Ali. Either, like you said, Andrade, Ali. I think I'm getting the two vibes from them.
Yeah, they like Ali.
And my dark horse is Finn Balor. Even though he has the Intercontinental Championship, they may throw him the bone.
You hear what he's been saying lately, right?
Finn 2 belts?
Yeah.
Damn, they really like belts now.
Yeah.
What about for the women?
Hopefully.
Mae Young.
Hopefully Bailey or fucking.
Nah.
Or they probably gonna give it to Alexa.
I think Ember Moon might get it.
Who?
Ember Moon.
And that is a possibility. That is not a bad possibility.
I think they throw her a bone.
I hope Bailey, but
I gotta look at Bailey. I can't believe they ruined Bailey. I used to love Bailey so much.
she's been putting on good matches. That's the craziest thing. Like her match with Charlotte the other night.
You know, we might probably go with Corey Graves' pick.
Or Carmella.
Well,
Fabulous.
she's not even gonna be in it, but you know he has a hard on for Mandy.
Hey, you know
Rose.
she went blonde again, right? So watch out for that heel return.
It's a fabulous pick. Roman Reigns versus the Drifter, the Wild Carter, Elias.
Is he still using that moniker?
I don't know. I like it.
What else got shortened up besides his first name? And then I go in with Samson.
Let me start calling him E.
They're probably gonna go Roman
Yeah.
to boost him up again because of the ratings and stuff. Start getting more wins out.
Oh, I would love to see that happen and see all these people that were all, against Roman. You're like, oh, he's getting another opportunity. I was just like, yo, shut the fuck up. Pepperidge Farm remembers you guys were booing him. We all remember.
Lynch versus Flair.
It's just a toss-up for me.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of things can fall in
I don't think
in many directions.
If she's gonna lose Money in the Bank, I don't think she's losing to Charlotte. I think she's gonna lose to Evans. I think
that's kind of where I'm looking. I feel like she would end up holding the SmackDown title.
like Charlotte will give her everything, and then she'll like come out like clearly tired and like try to put up a fight, and then Lacey Evans gets the scraps.
The way I look at it is she ready? Is Lacey Evans to be that
the champ,
top dog? How are they gonna look at it? And if it is it gonna be short term
or long
term? Is it gonna be like what she's gonna hold down? We feel like we can make her the star of the show on Raw.
I think that if she did win, it's not gonna be a clean. If something's gonna happen that gets her to win that, it's not gonna be like because I don't think she's strong enough.
Okay. It's all fair opinions, but now something is just telling me like maybe she outlasted Charlotte and fucking Lacey Evans picks up the scraps.
I mean, who knows?
The most exciting match probably.
Miz
Rival.
And Shane. I like this. I go with Shane because I met him and he's my favorite wrestler. So I won't go against Shane.
I see Miz.
I see Miz dad costing him the
and
match.
he's like, oh no. Or what if Mrs. Dad somehow switches and flips on, and he's just like, you will always be a disappointment. You will never be The Rock.
Did this for The Rock.
I did it for the people.
I think Shane's
like my son is a McMahon and
I think
some
Shane's
dumb shit like
I
that.
think Shane's gonna win. They you could see that they stretching out that whole carry arc they got going on.
Best in the world. Yeah. Kofi Kingston, KO.
toss up for me.
I think Kingston Hill keeps it.
Yeah.
I think he keeps it to Saudi. Now that you're telling me that that's maybe the match, I think that's...
I'm planting seeds.
Because I don't think they're going to have Kevin Owens get another belt just to drop it to Goldberg. And I think he may walk out.
That's what I said.
I think he may walk out.
I felt so bad for KO. Like, that was a complete... I mean, granted, we all knew what was happening, and it was a complete squash out, but I did appreciate...
him at least trying.
Not at least trying, but I like how they brought in Jericho in to kind of like distract them, and that's what happened, and that's how he
didn't make it like a clean.
Exactly. Okay. So it was a distraction. It was done
with taste.
It was done tastefully, but that was like, what the fuck?
That's why I think it might be KO, because if they don't want the heat on them, let KO win the belt. Like,
that's kind of suck. Yeah, Kevin gonna win the championship, and then when we go to Saudi Arabia, we have to lose it to Goldberg.
You see how this perception, this whole Goldberg thing may not even happen. It may not even happen.
Well, I'm just saying, if it does to happen,
the idea, it's already planted out there.
But the way they've been booking it, it's realistic.
I'm just saying.
Long-term
booking, short-term booking, whatever you want to call it. I'm just saying, just spitballing, throwing some random ideas out there.
I think Kofi keeps it.
He's been looking good this past week.
Yeah, like you said, he's been making him like a credible champion.
They're making him like a credible champion. Yeah, like they're not just making him like, all right, you got your run. All right, cool. You know, let's keep moving. We're not doing this whole like Jinder Mahal 6 months. Like, you know, we got to deal with India. We need to make an Indian champion.
Did they even do that? No, they did do that too, and then Triple H beat him. Ain't that some shit?
To be honest, I was actually surprised because they actually had the title match in India. So I figured, okay, you know what? They had him, you know, he dropped the title. He goes back, you know, to India. You know, even though he's from Toronto. Sorry. You know. They're like, I thought it was gonna be a good, you know, feel good story.
Like a welcome home.
Nah, like,
he got a pedigree.
I win this with my people, and it's just kinda like, but you know,
shoveling time.
Exactly. You bring out the golden shuffle.
Like, how do you face Triple H? Yo, let me get my haul.
But you know, from some of the footage that did show, there was actually a good, credible match. You know, Triple H came and he actually, you know, shook his hand and whatnot. You know, to say, hey, you know what, he was a worthy opponent and blah blah blah. But we all know what happened.
I beat him.
The ego got in the way, and Triple H was like, I'm not dropping it to you. You do not deserve to be in the same name or sentence as a cerebral assassin. No, I'm just bullshitting.
The game.
Yeah. Get up the shovel.
Joe and Ray.
I'm
going Joe. Joe's running on a good path right now.
Yeah.
I like Joe.
Yeah, I like Joe. Take another loss. Tony Nese versus Daivari.
I don't give a shit about that match. I'm sorry. Like,
this might be the last 205.
That was the bonus. That was the bonus match.
We already know that match is going to be on the pre-show because that's how WWE works. You know, it's going to be on the pre-show. It's going to be the first match on there. But I'm going, you know, with the local kid. I'm going with Tony Nese.
Vince was
Tony
like,
Tony 10-tab Ease.
Vince was like, wait, who's on the pre-show? And then it was like,
he's like, we need a filler. Who's up?
Get them late guys.
We're those guys that, you know, they're only works once a week on TV. I'm sorry.
Thoughts? How you think Money in the Bank? It's gonna be a good show, bad show?
It'll be a good show.
I think it's a good card.
Yeah.
I always think Money in the Bank is the start of the new WWE year. That's why I kind of like it that it's the first one after Mania.
Yeah.
Because Money in the Bank, like that gives you like the new storyline, like that signals like the new leaf, the new year.
The question is though, does someone try to cash it in that same night? Because, you know, I honestly feel this is probably gonna this is gonna be the real dick move. They're probably gonna, most likely is gonna be the men's ladder match that's gonna be end up last, and no one is gonna be able to cash it in, unless
it goes first.
No, unless it's somewhere in the middle of the card. I think it depends how the cards are set. If they do, like, okay, we're gonna do the Money in the Bank ladder match at this part. I think
one starts though.
I think the women's might probably go on first.
Okay.
In terms of the main card show, or No, actually, because you got to remember this. I think it'll probably be.
Could I have to space out with the two women's championship matches?
I think Becky and Lacey's gonna go up first.
Okay.
I think that's how it's gonna end up happening. Then you probably get the women's ladder match, or you can go women's ladder match, and then have Lacey and Becky.
I'll think.
And then hold on.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. What you put in my head?
I'm trying to map out how this whole thing might go down. Okay, somehow Lacey goes over. Whoever wins that Money in the Bank ladder match ends up cashing it on Lacey. Mm-hmm. I think that could work. Or Becky still retains and still gets cashed and she still loses it. I think that's probably how it may work.
I got my theory on it.
You know,
I like how during Mania they had the Brock match first, right? Alright, if they want to keep the suspense
he
up
took
for
his
the
helicopter out of there.
If they want to keep the suspense up for the night, get that women's ladder match first, right? So now, the way they doing this wild card thing,
who knows?
Who knows?
But that's why also, you know, because they change the shit every fucking year. It's like, oh, you know, their respective brand. But I think it's kind of like, you know, you can go and just cash in on any belt. I think that's how it should be. If every brand,
especially if the Money in the Bank, that's what we said. Like if both the brands are fighting for it, it should be for all the titles.
That's how it should be.
Nah, but I was thinking too, like once you said, I think the women's Money in the Bank should start it because we know we have 2 championship matches coming after it.
Yeah.
So might as well get more bang for your buck, like more air and mystery along the two.
They could throw different curveballs on there.
Hopefully, they
because the men's ladder match can close out the show, make that a moment, or they can do AJ and Seth to close out.
Don't y'all find it weird that this is a good card, but like all the trash shit that's been going on?
There's no juice. There's no juice.
It's like on paper this is a good card, but like everything that's been happening this past month since Mania,
it's been bad. But so cool. I have good hopes for Money in the Bank. I think, like you said, it won't disappoint. I think NXT Takeover 25 is gonna be lit though.
We got 2 matches so far, right, up in the card.
Gargano, Cole, Baszler, EO. I think there's like a fatal 4-way for the tag team championship. I think, and then that's it for right now.
Profits coming up.
I think Gargano loses. Do
you really think so?
Knowing Triple H, you know he's very swervy, dervy with his booking lately.
Nah. Not in NXT.
Yes, he has. Like even the last NXT when we thought Baszler was getting called up and she still kept the title.
But you know what though?
She hasn't been called up yet. But we all thought she was. But
that's fine. And I like how they didn't do call-ups. I'm glad that they actually didn't do that. Because the people who they called up, like months ago, like, everything's been all over the place.
About to be the Shayna Baszler experience.
Probably.
Hey, man. Shayna don't got too many years left in it.
No, I think EO beats her. But I still think Gargano's going to lose the NXT strap.
You think they're going to call her up at the SummerSlam?
Baszler? Yeah. I think if Becky still has like a title, if she's still Becky 1 belt or 2 belts, I think she's getting choked out by Baszler after her match.
For Ronda?
Yeah, for Ronda.
It's not so bad.
And she got calling the female Avengers.
Avengers assemble. And then you get awkward Jasmine Duke come up and Marina.
And Ronda Rousey could play Thanos.
Yeah, you know,
she's coming
with her baby,
fuck shit up
with her baby and her broken arm.
She didn't even work it right. You seen she was on Fallon?
Some shit. Yeah, I think it was on Jimmy Fallon.
She was like, "Yeah, my broken arm."
I was just like,
"Come on."
I was like, "Can't you just sell it? just sell the damn thing."
What else we got on the rundown? Shout out to THEROCK. That was a good movie. I think that was the second, third movie.
Who?
THEROCK. The Rundown. You know what's funny when you see like like the old Rock movies, like the Scorpion King, just seeing like how like kind of bad he was at acting.
I mean, the Scorpion King was okay. I was not big on the Rundown. There was actually one movie that was actually Walking Tall wasn't too bad.
You talking about Snitch?
what was
Snitch was like
Snitch. I remember it was.
We saw that in the theaters, like me and my friends.
There was another movie he made. I think it was called like Drive or some shit like that, where he was basically he was a driver for like, you know, kind of like a whole,
like his son and shit. That whole storyline.
It wasn't. I don't know if it was his son. I can't remember.
He was like into.
But he was like but he was basically like a getaway driver, and he was coming back to like kind of get revenge. Because I think he just got set up or whatever the case is. He just got in jail. That was actually a really good movie.
I don't think it was more like his performances. I think he was more like in bad movies. A lot of bad movies in the beginning.
Nah, Rock on that.
You know, you got the Tooth Fairy. She was bananas trash.
The Game Plan.
The Game Plan was actually kind of cute. I ain't gonna lie. I actually did enjoy it.
He wasn't beat.
You know, the Tooth Fairy was like his last bad movie.
Yeah,
that was like his last.
Because I remember in The Game Plan, I remember they had to stall production because he tore his Achilles.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, Rock.
You know,
he's always torn.
It's the only way to defeat Joe Kingman. You know.
See, Rock's been like in weird, like his movies always been like in a pattern. Like when he first started, he was like the goofy guy trying to play straight, like the tough guy trying to play straight. Like, what's going on here?
Because he did Be Cool.
Yeah, Be Cool.
That was like his. I think that was his. I don't know if it was his first or his second movie. So I don't know if it was Scorpion King or Be Cool.
Scorpion King was first.
He did Scorpion King.
Scorpion King, and then after that it was Be Cool.
That got him like in the in crowd because he was doing it with some top actors. So he could do something.
And then he settled into that really goofy sport guy dad. The Game Plan.
He was Grid Out in the Game. He was like the coach.
I think that was his second one.
Grid Out Gang was actually really good. I remember you got homeboy was over here and he was just like, "Can I be a Mustang, coach?" And he was just like, "Yeah, we're gonna get you a shirt. It's gonna be a whole lot of fabric once you get you a shirt."
I'll be a Mustang, coach. I watch that movie.
He was like, "I don't fit the program, coach. I can't run. I can't do anything." And it's just like, but I bet you there was a cheeseburger to the end of that line. You probably go ahead and do it.
That was when all the wrestlers was on a sports movie shit. Remember when what's the joint? The prison joint?
Longest Yard.
Yeah, they had mad wrestling dudes in there. Goldberg, Nash, Khali, Stone Cold.
Stone Cold was a racist redneck, which is hilarious. Now that's how you run the boys, son.
Boys.
That's how a white man carries a football.
You telling that to Nelly?
Nah, white man. He was like if I was on D.
And it was just like,
D, bitch.
Oh, he got them slave feet. Look at him cut.
Them quarter feet.
I need to get that movie. I need that movie for the house. We love The Longest Shot. Like, me and Billy's favorite line is when they're in the locker room and the fucking snitch come in.
Yeah.
He be like, "Oh, y'all got Halo too?" He's like, "I didn't even know that was out yet." Like, I don't know why that line is so funny. He's like, "Oh, y'all got Halo too?" He's like, "I didn't even know that was out yet."
Oh no, sir, no, sir.
They can't air that today.
Nah, that was really a good movie. I remember my father took me to see that. This I think there's another cameo by some dude that's in there. Kind of like, I don't know, but I have to watch that movie again. But it's like somebody recently, I was like, oh shit, he's in there too.
The Great Khali was in that movie before like people know who he was.
I think that may be who.
And
it
then
is.
you had that abysmal trash Bob Sapp.
Oh yeah, Goldberg was in there too.
Goldberg was in there.
He had the hammer. He's like, I think that thing touched me.
and then it comes to the question. It was just like, whose dick was bigger, Batista's or Goldberg?
One of The Rock's best performances. It was only like 5 minutes when he was in this joint with Samuel Jackson. The other guys.
Oh, he jumped off the roof.
Yeah,
he jumped off the roof.
Yo, actors have it easy. They be like, "Yo, we're gonna pay you some money. You just gotta jump off the roof with Samuel Jackson, makeup,
no problem.
wardrobe,
no problem.
Maybe like 5 takes, 4 if you get it out of there, and you're good."
I forgot who was The Rock's partner though.
Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, that's right.
Cause they were like the we know what we doing.
Exactly. They was just like move along.
And I think The Rock had like a cameo in a Tyler Perry movie or something like that.
Yeah, he did. It was with Janet Jackson.
Yeah. Why Did I Get Married? It was one of them.
Yeah, it was the second one.
Okay.
Was it the first or the second one?
I remember he was in the car or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, Rock
coming in mad smooth, and it was just like, how you doing?
About to be part of that Rhythm Nation.
You know Tyler Perry is good for that, because my friend, she took me to the last one he had. That Tyler Perry movies, if you just want to sit down and just watch whatever for like however it is, it's kind of a fun movie, because it's like there's always some secrets, and the shit happened, and then there's always like the reveal at the end. It's fucking Mike Tyson at the door.
Yeah.
I was like, Mike Tyson. I was like, so shout out to Tyler Perry. That was lit. I like the little rock movie out. We should have
he was in Get Smart too. I forgot because Kylie was in that too.
Get Smart.
That was with
with Steve Carell.
I'm about to say dude from The Office. Yeah, Rock was doing his thing. What was his second movie? It was Gridiron or
his second movie was The Long Shot.
The Long Shot.
I don't know, but his real official second movie was The Scorpion King because he was in Mummy's Returns.
What's The Long Shot?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember.
I feel like I kind of remember the premise.
It's a comedy. It was based on.
They got Billy Bob Thornton in it.
It's just a bunch of pop stars in this. This is like,
damn, Rock.
That must have been like.
It's like NSYNC is in this.
Long Shot.
It looked like this was like an indie movie or something.
Oh, okay. I'll look that up later.
Yeah.
His third movie.
It's The Mummy's Return because that's when he was the Scorpion King. Then he was in the Scorpion King, The Rundown, Walking Tall, Be Cool.
Walking Tall. You know, I remember it's like his first movies. He always was giving like somebody like a rock bottom, like a little wink, wink.
Yeah.
I think he did that in.
He did that in The Rundown. In the beginning.
He did the rock bottom through the table.
He was in Doom.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in Doom.
Doom was
bad.
So Doom was not great, but it was also terrible. Like I don't know how you put that even in terms of a scale. Like it wasn't bad.
Rock was trying though. He was trying as hard as the projects.
Honestly, it was just a terrible. It was a terrible.
I know what movie you're talking about now. The movie when he was the driver. It's called Faster.
Faster. There you go. It was actually a good movie. I would definitely suggest people to watch it.
He actually starts to level up after that. He does Fast 5.
That was the movie. That was the movie that made Rock who he is now.
Yeah.
He does Snitch. He's in G.I. Joe.
See, the thing is, he had G.I. Joe before Fast 5, and he kind of played like the same character, but Fast 5 kind of like tuned it up a little bit.
He was in Pain and Gain. Remember that movie?
Yeah, I remember that with Marky Mark.
Yeah. Of course, he was in Fast 6.
He got them fast checks. Now he got the own franchise.
He did Hercules. Yuck.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even remember Hercules.
He did Fast
That's
7.
when he was fighting a lion. I remember like the poster or something like that.
He did San Andreas when he was like.
San Andreas was actually not too bad. I know they're doing. I know there's a sequel going on to that.
That was the earthquake or the fire?
That's the one with the earthquake.
And you know who his wifey was, right?
Ooh.
Carlo.
Who?
Carlo. What's her name? Giordano.
Rock always fighting some damn natural disaster.
That's how it is. He's gonna master all four
elements.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the Avatar.
He was in Central Intelligence with Kev.
That was actually pretty good. I
think it was bad because it felt like the movie he just came out with Ice Cube. It felt like the same movie, like Kevin Hart, and like playing with another dude and some cop shit.
It was a success though. Like
people go watch Kevin Hart shit. Yeah. I'm surprised he hasn't come out with something in a while though.
Of course, he's coming out with Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, the franchise
this summer.
Yeah, the franchise.
And then we're gonna get Fast 9, 10, 11, and 12 for the next couple of years.
They're doing a sequel to the Jumanji.
Yeah, I know they're already filming that already.
Yeah. Rock be getting them checks.
So he got some checks coming his way.
Highest paid wrestler now, acting wrestler in Hollywood.
You see Cena.
I'm about to say he put Cena on game.
Cena was talking all that shit, and he was just like, "Yeah, you know what? This is really nice. I like really getting these checks.
Yeah, like I just got show up for like a few days.
Yeah,
some money.
You turned into me.
They're gonna get them somehow, some way in the franchise, and they're gonna fight.
Well, you do know that John Cena's it's signed on for Fast 9.
Oh, see, there we go.
Oh, I forgot to post that up though on the gram, but it was made official tissue. Vin Diesel came out. It's like, yeah, we gotta get my boy John Cena.
You know who's gonna be his running mate? Mark Wahlberg. They're gonna be like a twosome.
A Boston tandem.
But how can you tell the difference?
That's gonna be the funny thing. They gonna be like, yo, we're twins.
He might as well change his last name to Wahlberg now.
Might as well. But yeah, he's gonna sign on to Fast 9. maybe somehow we get
A crossover type.
not so much of a crossover, but kind of. You know, we'll get Cena Rock 3 somehow on the screen.
Man, you can't see
Vince
me.
and Cena versus your man Rock and Jason Statham.
Yeah,
Tag team match.
there you go. You know,
Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania.
Tyrese comes in with the chair. He's the third man.
and you're gonna be like, nobody invited you, Tyrese. Why are you here?
Luda, get
Why?
off the set.
Why are you here?
It's not like the damn Scooby Doo WrestleMania movie. Remember they was fucking with Scooby Doo's and the Flintstones?
dude, that
that
shit
little
was-
phase.
Those shits is fucking terrible. Like they do anything for the fuck. Like literally, WWE does whatever for the kids. They ruined the Flintstones for me, and then they ruined the Jetsons. I forgot what was Vince McMahon's.
They had the penguins that surf. They did that. They WWE that
Like,
property too.
yo, these things are. They also did Scooby Doo. I'm like, yo, what shitty crossovers are these? Like they're bad.
I don't know if y'all seen that picture of Seth Rollins and Roman sitting on the throne.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I was thinking like the way I seen them sitting on.
I already watched Game of Thrones, but I've been to a couple watch parties.
Should they bring back King of the Ring?
Oh,
I believe so.
I've been saying that for the last few years. And by the way, and I am throwing it out there, okay, there will be some sort of version of a women's King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring. I put this out there. I planted that seed a couple of years ago.
Standalone pay per view or like
Standalone women's pay per view. I said, hey, there's gonna be a women's pay per view.
That sounds better than Evolution.
We got Evolution because apparently there could have been a billion other names that they could have come up with, but Evolution was the one that stuck.
girls.
Second thing I did put out there was a woman's, another women's pay per view, and I said they should do a version of King of the Ring, and then do Queen of the Ring.
I'm down.
Nothing has been from the pipeline. I don't know, but you're hearing it here first at the Go Home show. Your man Chris over here,
Streets.
always throwing shit out there, see what sticks.
Sauces.
The way Roman was sent down, I was like, yeah, that looked good right there.
King Roman. They always throw the damn king, whoever wins it, and this returns bad.
The reason I brought that up too, I seen you posted that video of Owen Hart doing the slammies.
Rest in peace, O.
That was hilarious with Vader.
Woo!
Remember when Owen won that King of the Ring?
Yeah.
Like I really think King of the Ring should come back. Like if it comes back, what should be the prize for both women and men? Main title you're choosing?
Yeah. They need to do before it was a King of the Ring was a really big stepping stone for a lot of up and comers. Like that was like a really big thing.
The chance to shine.
Yeah.
It was
And
like
then-
the NXT.
Yeah, it was like they need to do kind of like these Grand Prix tournaments, but it's like afterwards, like they try to revive it back, but then they only have the qualifying matches on like main event and superstars, and like nothing came about it. And then I think the final was it showed up on the network somehow, and it was like that's when the last person to win it was Wade Barrett.
Yeah, they should do it like how remember when they did Deadly Games Survivor Series '98.
There's one
Yeah.
whole pay per view
Like-
in the tournament.
Like they need to do something. Like you can have your qualifiers, but like don't make it where it's just like, oh, we're just gonna have like 4 matches here on Raw and 4 matches here on SmackDown, and then somehow they throw some wild card shit in there. Just like, whoa,
Don't
but
say
you know
that
what?
word.
I lost the Raw one. Let me go over to SmackDown. Like they will do some stupid
they didn't
shit
even do
like that.
qualifying matches for Money in the Bank.
Yeah, they just announced it.
No, they did. I think it was on SmackDown. I think they had a qualifying match. I think it might have been with Ali, or I might be wrong, but it was definitely with someone. They was like, so how is this the only qualifying match if you guys already announced?
Hold on, you want to know? Yeah, like he had to put it on the line. Like,
Yeah,
what?
it's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, what are you doing?
So stupid.
Like, y'all motherfuckers was just like, yo, we got some time to fill. You guys want to put this, like, oh, let's make it important. Like, a qualifying match is like, really? But it's already been out there.
They like Vince. They already
Promos are
announced
out. You know, like, everything. I've already been advertised. It was like, well, you never know. Things can always change.
it. Yo, for the last month, Vince just been.
And then Road Dogg is like this. Could I be worse?
Now Road Dogg's in exile.
Yeah.
Is he down in Full Sail right now?
Nah, he down in the quantum realm.
I don't know what he's doing. It's just like you still have a job, you're getting a paycheck, but you ain't doing what you were doing before.
I don't know if y'all seen the development on Harper. Basically, Vince just told him like
They're freezing.
Oh, they added more time.
They added more time because of his injury.
Yeah, you're just gonna collect your check to like Survivor Series.
They love doing that shit. That's like the
And
worst thing.
a lot of it is just like you ain't gonna be part of these shows, these AEW shows, and that's really what they're afraid of.
Yeah, they don't want you to jump ship.
They're just like, nah, we gonna freeze your shit. They did the same thing to Neville.
But they said,
And to Ray too. 'Cause I think that's when like a couple companies wanted him, and they put some more time on that contract.
They're like, oh, remember that one time you wanted to call in sick? Yo, you're gonna have to add that week onto it. They literally they started doing that. They froze up a couple of people's contracts when they did All In. When they did All In, because I remember Daniel Bryan, his contract was supposed to expire. I don't know if it was the same day or the day before All In, and somehow he was like, yo, we're gonna give you this 5-year deal, guarantee you'll be able to do what you need to do. It happens because they were like, okay, we don't want you to be part of the show. And a lot of people who were booked for All In somehow ended up getting an NXT contract.
y'all seen the Leo Rush thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people have their opinions about it. I'm like, boy, go get your money.
Yeah.
A lot, they're like, how is it that if you're making $300,000, a year is not good enough? And I was like, this is what the uneducated people got to think of.
They pay for their travel. That's a big thing too.
Like, not everybody gets their travel paid. The only thing you get paid is to get to the show. If somehow in your contract
and the food there,
like you gotta pay for your food, you gotta pay for your rental. You're not getting comp. You if you ain't top tier, you're not really making anything. And you gotta look at this. You're also an independent contractor. So that $300K that you getting, or you gonna get paid that $300K. But people gotta remember, Uncle Sam always want to get his beak wet. He's gonna get his beak wet, and depending on where you live in, you gonna have to definitely put up that 30-40% on the side. So if you really look at the math, all right, from that $300,000 that he's getting a year, and you cut almost 40% of that, you still got to pay for travel.
Mortgage.
You're traveling 4 days.
Almost every day of the week.
Yeah, you're literally traveling for 4 or 5 days out of the whole week. You're home for a day and a half or 2. My guy has a family. He has 2 kids.
2.
And on top of that, you gotta you want to save money. So at the end of the week, you're really, let's say, roughly, I'm not a mathematician or anything like that, but let's say if you spread that out within what he's earning a year after taxes and all that, you're probably coming home with maybe about 3 or 4K. And then you gotta, that's when you really gotta pay your bills. Damn. You gotta take care of your family. You want to put money aside. And this is a business where if you're gonna get hurt, you're fucked. Yeah. It can hurt you maybe, short term or long term.
They offer him the revival deal, $500K, turned it down.
As he should.
Yeah, he asked for double. They offered him $300. He asked for double, and then people were kind of like, "Oh, you're being selfish. Be lucky you have a job." Like, no, motherfucker, this is business. The wrestling business, especially in the WWE, there's a lot of money to be made.
They just don't want you. It's the glass ceiling.
That's exactly what it is. So a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, well, if you have a problem managing your money," it's like, no. You're in this also not also to and then they're also giving him shit because he's like, I don't want to do. Oh, the water bottles. I don't want to be complacent in where you have me in the company.
I don't want to be a water boy.
Nah, and I totally get it. I'm 100% on Leo with this, and a lot of people, he's been getting a lot of heat because they're like, oh, you're opening your mouth. He already had shit before when he made that tweet when Asuka beat my girl.
Oh, wasn't ready for Asuka.
Yeah, I thought that shit was fucking hilarious. But people, I remember Peyton Royce when I was just like, know your thing, rookie. And this is like, yeah, I've been wrestling for 10 years more than you. So I think it was a joke.
So I think like if Big E would have tweeted that, nobody would have bat eyed. Like you said, he was like new.
But he was new, and especially for certain people when you've been working together for such a long time, especially in NXT, your guys, you're family around each other literally almost 24 hours a day. You become family, so it was a shot, and some people did take offense to that, and he called heat because he was just freshly signed, and they already had plans for him. That stifled him. And then, okay, they brought him in. They were like, okay, cool. Let's see what you can do. He's been shining. He's been a great mouthpiece for Bobby Lashley.
He was shining at Wale Mania.
Yeah.
Lashley's pretty much done now. I don't know what.
He need his MMA boys back.
Not only that, but like even ever since he came back, like there's been nothing. This is probably the most solid thing they've had for him. Like they've been trash.
Like, he should have came in heel. He should have
off the bat. Then they made this whole fucking ridiculous thing and is with his fucking
sisters.
5 sisters or however many fuck they were.
That was one of the worst Raw segments ever.
I mean, that was like the back-to-back.
I mean,
life.
That's exactly what I was about to point out. The Bailey and Alexa Bliss. This is my life too. I was just like, you guys bombed
twice,
4 times.
Yeah, you can't recreate the magic. That's the thing too. Like that's not highest.
No,
segment.
it was just bad. Someone's like, like, oh, this might be a good idea. But you guys did nothing. This was basura. This was garbage.
He does not have the charisma like The Rock.
Yeah, you gotta have charisma to like do segments like that.
Holy fucking shit, that was terrible.
Just have a man start beating people asses as a heel. Like nobody wants to see.
Speaking about beating asses, have you ever seen like the fall of Braun Strowman? I feel bad for him.
He's a novelty act now.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
We know he's not gonna get a real title anytime soon.
Cause didn't you say you think like since he messed up a couple of spots, he's been like catching heat for that?
With the Brock thing, he messed that whole thing up.
I still remember the one time he got that receipt from Brock during
he punched the shit out of him.
Yeah, he really not like I was like, I think that was a real fucking punch. That wasn't anything. And Brock's been known to to do that.
Yeah, because Roman put him over that whole summer.
Yeah, and
ready to go, and they put him with Brock.
And the way it goes is like, unless Brock gives you his approval, he's not gonna give you shit during the match. He is not gonna give you shit. You're just gonna get suplexed about 50 times.
I wonder how like Dean and Brock put that match together. Yo, Brock, I'm gonna put you through something. Nah.
Well, that was also a thing. I heard that he wasn't big on him. He wasn't big on like putting Dean over at all.
Brock, let me hit you with a DDT, do a fall. Nah, I'm gonna just suplex you.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then I'm gonna hit you with 1 F5, not even 2.
Done.
All right, just 1 and done.
I think Braun's one of saving grace might be Roman. Roman probably tell Vince like, I like him like.
Nah, that Roman and Braun feud, we haven't really got. That really felt like a throwback. Like everybody was invested in, and it was good. Nobody was bored.
It felt like a 03 Raw.
Yeah, so they had money. Yeah, Braun's just falling, man. It was funny though when he tried to cash in, and we had the Shield, and it was like we all thought that was gonna be the next big boom of creative, and
no.
Some Shield reunion. Them Shield reunions was cursed.
Oh man,
Which ones?
All of them.
Oh. That's what I was like, which one?
Which one?
All of them shits were cursed. They probably like made their debut on like an Indian burial ground or something. Because I think the meningitis, that was one.
It was, yeah, everything.
And then the injuries, and it was just.
And it was just like, oh, we're gonna do it one last time.
They kept dragging it.
And that's when Roman had his announcement. I think that was like maybe a week or 2 after they came back together.
Yeah. They picked up some steam. He's just like, I have leukemia. And then shit went down from there. Then Dean was like,
turned heel. I don't like my brothers. I'm turning back.
To be honest, that was probably one of the best decisions they ever did. Literally, the night of, he tells the world, hey, you know what? I got to step away. But homeboy came in and he's just like, yo, I'm going to this is a perfect time to turn heel against Seth.
Yeah, especially that same night.
While emotions were still raw, and to do it, I don't know if Daddy Vince, that was his idea, but I thought it was genius.
That was a great heel.
It was a great turn. It was the perfect opportunity to like, you know what? Let's do this. And then somehow you get WWE. Dean Ambrose going into this Bane version.
You notice how steep Raw dropped after that episode?
It declined.
Because people was waiting for that feud. I think that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. Because people was waiting for like a heel Ambrose.
But you know what's crazy though? And this is why I get really pissed off, because everyone was just, everybody always wants, the Attitude Era was great. And I'm just like, first of all, you're 16. You don't know what the fuck the Attitude Era was.
It was more entertaining, but it wasn't great.
No, but
it's great, but...
No, but this is where I'm going with this. Because right after that whole thing happened, I don't know if some of you guys remember, but he talked about Roman and having leukemia, and he kind of took a shot at him.
Mm-hmm.
you know, and they were like, "Oh my god, that's so bad. I'm so offended." I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, you guys always want to go. Let's go past PG. Let's go rated R. And in the moment they throw something that's kind of dark, it's just kind of like, oh, whoa. I don't know how I feel about this right now. I'm offended. I'm taken back by this. It's just like, you know what? You don't know. This is what really fucking grinds my gears. Shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. Okay? Stop being fucking offended and you know, like, and being a pussy about shit. If it's out there, just try to digest it as best as possible.
And Roman definitely had to get the okay.
Exactly.
For that even,
you
like,
know,
to
but
even come out.
people were offended, and that's kind of really where they nixed the whole that whole
the leukemia jab.
Over the leukemia jab, and it was just that's kind of where everything went downhill, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh yeah, you know, we're gonna have to put the water out on this one because there's too much heat from the sponsors, from the fans. I'm like, yo, seriously, like, and people always want to talk about, oh yeah, let's bring back the Attitude Era. Look, get the fuck out of here.
Fickle.
Yeah, they definitely are.
That's
fickle.
exactly what it is.
Just like I said with the Cody Rhodes thing, like I was telling y'all, he did the promo, how this is not the Attitude Era no more, and people like, yeah, well, AEW is gonna be like the old days WWE. You know,
it's like, gonna be a fresh take.
It's like the whole point of that whole promo was to tell you that we done with that. That's 20 years ago. Stop. It's not happening no more.
Yeah. I think the money's in the in-ring. I keep telling my friends the money, like the future of the wrestling has to be the in-ring work. Like, you really gotta like focus and specialize, like highlight the in-ring work. I feel like that's going to take this company, because people seen the stories, they seen the Rocks and the Stone Colds.
Yeah, but you know what? Some people don't appreciate that. Some people always want the character. Some people want the gimmick. Like, tell me, who are you?
Yeah, because like one thing, people were like, oh well, I wish Triple H took over the company. Like, okay, NXT is cool, but they in a small spot. They still have to sell. They on broadcast TV. Like, in-ring is cool, but they still had to have characters and stuff. They will not get no ratings if it was just a 5-star match. I'm sorry about it, but like,
and it's also, this is where a lot of people fuck up, because there's just people that only watch Raw. They're gonna watch SmackDown. They don't. I know plenty of people that don't even watch NXT. Mm-hmm. And when you have some of these guys that come, you know, they're trying to come up from NXT and into the main roster, they're like, who is this person? Like, what? Like, perfect example. When you had like people like Ricochet and you had Aleister Black, when they had these surprise guys like, you know, Tommaso Ciampa, you had Johnny Gargano come up. That was the worst fucking reaction I've ever seen from that. And everyone, even Twitter, like, it was all over the fucking planet.
Yeah. And then the next week was like, kind of like in a smart city. It's like, why not hold off on them for the next week?
But you still...
Baltimore, you guys should be a fucking shame of yourself.
But the point is,
Johnny Gargano.
The point is with that, like, not every city is going to be that city that knows them, so you got to get them.
That's what I'm saying. I think the week after was like Atlanta, Chicago, like someplace like hot.
But it was terrible. Like, I honestly, this is like the one time that I don't think I've ever really complained about the crowd, but there was legit no reaction at all. No reaction at all. Like, how are you not like?
No, Vince did that shit on purpose.
You would have thought they were jobbers. Like,
no, he did that shit on purpose.
Nah, I don't think so.
No. There's no.
Just to give him the look.
No. There's no way. Like, that's not even a rib at all. Like, you can't legit do that, especially for these guys. So like, okay, you know,
first time
you want that, you want to get that pop, and everyone was just kind of like this, crickets. Not even a reaction. Not even like, there were very few people that I saw that was like, oh wow, this is happening.
How much you want to bet you think they were jobbers?
Oh, Gargano.
I wouldn't even mind. They're like, oh, who are these people? They're like, oh, from what?
Yeah, cause like I said, that was like a fuck Middletown.
And NXT. Oh, I heard about these. I don't watch the show on Wednesdays, but okay.
That was like a small town show that day too. So it was like those people not really NXT crowd.
There's no, and they got a lot of shit for him, and I'm glad I wasn't the only person that thought about it, because they got a lot of shit. Everyone gave him like, your town legit sucks. If I was SCU, this legit is the worst town I've ever been to.
You think H-Man took the paper to Vince, like, cross this sound out for now on? Cross it out.
Yeah, it was brutal, man.
No, I remember that. I'm gonna have to go and watch that on the network. But we got 5 minutes left. Favorite money.
What you mean 5 minutes left?
5 minutes left in the show?
Nah. We got this mic. We take whatever time we want.
Okay.
It's overtime.
It's overtime.
I'm trying to watch the game. No.
Nah, I feel you.
No.
Hold up, but what game though? What you talking about?
The best wrestling show on the court. Warriors Rockets. That's the best wrestling show right now.
Oh, but you mean this? You know, when we actually put this out there, we gonna be putting our scores. So technically, what are we doing?
What? What are we doing?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm watching basketball. What the hell are we doing?
The show is gonna. What are we trying to put the show on? You know, Monday. So you know, maybe by that time we'll already have scores in. Do you know something you want to put out there?
Maybe Terrence knows something we don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I know the series going 7.
You know. Okay.
I think all the rest of the series is 7.
Yeah, you got to remember this. This is kind of like what we're doing with NXT. We taping on everything in advance.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just be throwing dirt out there.
We're giving you 2 straight. How is it, Chris? We're giving it to live.
We're giving to you live.
What's your favorite Money in the Bank matches?
I like the one Daniel Bryan won.
Nah, the ladder matches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When Daniel Bryan won, one started the Yes when it was in Chicago for 2011 with Punk.
I was thinking about the throwback joints. I was looking at when they did. Remember they used to do it on Mania.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When it first originally started.
Yeah, like when Edge won.
My favorite winner was Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, and that one too.
Favorite.
That was like back-to-back years. Like Shelton Benjamin, they never gave it to him. And he was putting on such a show.
Yeah, the gold standard.
He was like the MVP every year doing it.
The gold standard was the Money in the Bank. Shit don't write itself.
You know he's the only one out of that class that came out there and didn't win the big strap.
Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, Brock, Randy, John, Batista.
Yeah.
All he had to do was settle with the Intercontinental.
We got his mama. That was kind of like some of my favorite weeks watching TV. Shelton Benjamin, my mama. Mama was funny.
Mama
I didn't write Mama off. Then she had like an ankle injury or something like that. Like somebody pushed her.
That was definitely back in the days when a segment when one of the parents or somebody got thrown down the stairs or something like that.
Like
somebody better call my mama.
Like remember the infamous Brock Lesnar throwing homie down the stairs in the wheelchair.
Oh, was Zach Gowen? Dude, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yo, that was like 2003 Brock was fucking savage. Like and this is why they don't give him a mic, because he's just too raw and blunt and he doesn't really care. So that's why it was just like, yeah, because I personally would love to see him on the mic, but Brock is that real dude. He will say some real shit.
Brock don't give a fuck.
He do not give a fuck, and he's got in trouble quite a lot. I remember even that one time. I remember where when Heath Slater was trying to get that job.
Oh yeah.
And he was just like, yeah, I have 2 kids as well, but guess what? I don't give a shit about your kids.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah, fuck them kids.
I miss Heath Slater and his kids. What was your favorite Money in the Bank, Chris? Or favorites? Or favorite winner?
I think I was definitely big on the first one.
Okay.
Which I believe that was the one with Edge won.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was actually a really good one.
And that set up a good storyline.
That set the whole precedent.
But actually, no.
Especially when he cashed it in. Because you remember like the first time Money in the Bank, people was like, how is this going to like happen? So him like, cashing it in after seeing that match really set like
the
this
New
whole
Year's revolution.
And then you have, I always get confused because it's kind of like you have those Money in the Bank matches, but then you have some like really great ladder matches.
Another stud, John Morrison.
Yeah.
I like his theme.
Johnny Nitro. Johnny Impact.
It was always funny when Finley did it.
Johnny Mundo.
Johnny Mundo.
Johnny Mundo.
A whole lot of
Johnny Impact.
Maybe we should fight Gargano for the name Johnny. That's Mr. Man, Wet Dream Morrison and Gargano for Johnny.
No, we already know what Vince's wet dream is right now.
Reigns versus Lesnar?
No.
Reigns versus Reigns?
No.
What?
Brock and Goldberg.
Oh yeah.
To unify the titles.
I mean, last time Goldberg was around, ratings was real high.
People like Goldberg. I like Goldberg.
I've never really been big on Goldberg, to be quite honest.
Just because he's like the last throwback,
I think after the streak ended, I was like, all right.
The streak of somehow it went up to like 468.
Yeah, they can't even keep count with it.
Yo, they just kept adding shit. Like I was just like fucking.
For every win,
Bischoff.
it went up like 10.
And it was just like so. They were like, so how many matches did he wrestle at these like live shows? Was it like 10? Did he win all 10? Like, how does that fucking work?
And they didn't do live shows.
No, and then no, they did.
I mean, they didn't do
no, they did house shows. But the funny thing is that people like would actually add on to it, so they would just come up with signs and just start putting fucking fictitious numbers out there.
Nah, you're right. You know what? Nash and them said they wasn't gonna do the dark shows. They was like, yo, we did that at the other company. We're not gonna do that here.
No, not only that, it was like, oh, we're not doing Thunder.
Yeah, nobody went to do Thunder.
And
that's mad funny how the cool kids didn't go to Thunder.
They was just like, we're not working. Look, we're only gonna work Monday. Okay, maybe once in a while we'll work a couple of house shows, but we don't feel like doing Thunder. Okay, we don't feel like working Wednesdays. Just give us a Monday, and then we work on Sundays for pay-per-views, and we call it a day. Our contract's a guarantee, and that was the fucked up part about it. It was like
they don't have to do nothing.
You gave them control of creative. Hulk Hogan was a fucking egomaniac because he was just like, oh, I'm not gonna go down. I'm not gonna lose to Sting like that. I'm not gonna fucking lose to Booker. I'm not gonna lose to. I'm like, yo, my man's like, at this moment, you're old as fuck. Okay. Your in-ring ability is questionable. It's the same shit.
It's always questionable.
It's always questionable.
It's always.
Like,
the only thing you had going for you was the third man. That's it.
That's what it was.
You ain't wavy.
But he was a staple. He was the anchor. And it was just like, yo, like, I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorite wrestlers growing up as a kid was the Ultimate Warrior. But I can tell you this. He was trash in the ring. It was limited.
Yeah, I was not Macho Man.
No, like some of the stuff that I would see and it's like, wow, like I go back and I watch some of these old matches from like WCW.
Remember the Triple H match at WrestleMania?
That was the one in Anaheim.
Mm-hmm. No sell. He didn't.
Yo, it was fucking brutal. Gorilla press slam and all of a sudden it's just a big splash and that's it. 3 count.
No, I was gonna say, with the cool kids in Thunder, it's like somebody like Billy Kidman or like Disco Inferno, like talking to Kevin Nash. Like, yo, you be at Thunder? Like,
they're like, nah, fuck out of here.
I'll be at Thunder, all right.
No,
Disco Inferno, by the way, was probably one of the worst gimmicks.
Y'all catch you at Thunder, Nash.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see you there. So can I save your seat in the locker room? Just like yeah, whatever, my guy, whatever.
Nigga, Sting was not even showing up in the rafters at Thunder.
Yeah, Thunder.
Nah, it was all for Nitro.